Hi, my name is Dat Ngo. I am a computer scientist and also an English teacher. Welcome back to my English podcast. Many people believe that they cannot change their personalities. Indeed, they are mostly inherited and fixed throughout life. But many of us want to be more charming, funny, positive, and outgoing. So, how can we still strive to become a better version of ourselves if it seems like we can't change our personalities? Don't worry, contrary to what you might believe, a personality refers to characteristic patterns of behaviors, thoughts, and feelings under the influence of biological and environmental factors. So, based on this definition, it is possible to change your personality. Now, there are things called temperaments. They are different from personalities because, in psychology, they refer to how we consistently react to the world. Temperaments are inborn. They are our instincts that have already been formed since we were infants. Temperaments never change, while personalities are acquired over time, meaning your traits and habits may be built depending on the conditions or environment you are in, but the level of your emotional response will stay the same throughout your lifetime. For example, if you are naturally outgoing and friendly, you will probably stay that way for the rest of your life. Sure, your tendency to connect and make friends may change slightly if people around you are generally negative and cynical. But as soon as you leave the toxic environment, you will find yourself switching back to your amiable nature. See, you might be genetically predisposed to being sweet and kind, but living in a place full of negative people might lead you to develop bad habits that you would never have built in a more positive environment. Now, how do we deliberately keep or change our personalities without being affected by our surroundings? Even though changing your environment might be the easiest way to change your personality, there are other things you can do without moving to a different environment. First, you need to believe that anything is possible, including changing your personality. With this in mind, no matter how hard it is, you will still have the motivation to keep trying. On the other hand, if you don't believe that you can change, you'll be less likely to change. Second, you need to build habits that only people with desirable personalities would have. Since what you do is a part of who you are, changing your patterns of behaviors would eventually change your personality. Of course, it is never easy to form a new habit, but with enough patience and effort, these habitual responses will ultimately become second nature. And lastly, fake it until you make it. This might sound like terrible advice, but it does have some truth in it. You see, I used to be very introverted, and all I did was bury myself in my studies or work. But then I realized that my excessive introversion could limit my potential later on in the future. So I decided to spend more time socializing and acting more extroverted when hanging out with my friends. Eventually, I started behaving and thinking more like an extrovert, even though I sometimes still feel like an introvert from the inside. You see, it might not be easy to change your personality, but with enough practice, some traits are bound to change for the lifestyle you choose to have. I hope that you learned something new today. My goal is to help you gain more useful knowledge every day while improving your English considerably. Don't forget to sub for more awesome videos every week. Share this video with your friends and families so that they can benefit from this information as well. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.